Good evening. Welcome to Nellis Hall here in downtown Coffeyville. The Red Ravens at home against the Pratt Beavers for their first home game of 2025. Chris, good to be back at home. Good to be back in Nellis Hall, and the Ravens hungry to get a win in front of the home crowd.
No doubt about it. I think we've talked about it during our sports segment on US 98, but there's been a lot of one-on-one splits the last few weeks, even before the break. I'm looking to see the Ravens go 2-0 here tonight.
Absolutely, and Pratt, obviously the opponent, and Chris, two kind of very different matchups in our two games here tonight. In the Lady Raven game, obviously they're looking to bounce back after a narrow loss to their rival Butler. Obviously some execution issues offensively. We'll hear from Coach Turner in just a moment, but looking to polish some things up offensively and looking to have a little bit more consistency. And sometimes we've seen it in the last couple of years with Tony's squads, Chris. When you're struggling on offense, sometimes the best medicine is just being at home.
No doubt about it. And there may have been some struggles at points during some of these games, but for the most part, the Lady Ravens have looked really good. It's just a full game and not just a couple of times during the quarters where they might have a little bit of turnover issues and things like that, but they can fix that. And everything that they're going through can be fixed.
Absolutely. And, it's said countless times by Coach Turner, by Coach Herkelman, and by us, but in this league, records mean nothing. And this Pratt Lady Beavers team comes into tonight with a 1-6 record in league play, 6-7 overall. But, Chris, I think that's just it. They went 5-1 outside of conference play. Are they in a slump? Absolutely they are. But they've proven they can win games this year, and they're going to be hungry to come out here tonight and snap that skid. Lady Ravens got to be careful. This is going to be a hungry Pratt team.
No doubt. Just a warning to anybody, don't sleep on the Pratt Beavers, because if you do, you're probably going to walk out with an L.
The good news is, for Lady Raven fans and for Red Raven fans as a whole, no Princess Anderson, no Macy Hanslick this time around. For the first time in 2 years, we don't have to deal with that two-headed monster.
Yeah,
they're both
problem.
out in D1 somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody else's problem, not
That's
ours.
right. That's exactly. That's for the American Athletic Conference to scheme for now.
Exactly.
Not us. But this Pratt team still very talented, Chris. We're going to see a very talented sophomore transfer in Dana Imankalova. Also, it's kind of an inside-outside matchup, Chris, where they have a sophomore, Tiriana Stanford, who's actually a game-time decision tonight. She's coming back from an injury. Unsure if she's going to be able to go. This is Pratt's first game since the break, so we have not seen her play in the second half. We don't know if she's going to play or not, but if she does play, she averages 11 a game. Good rebounder, good defender down low. And then it's the freshman guard out of Indiana, LaKyra Johnson, putting up almost 14 points a game. She's probably their most consistent scorer, and she's one of their better shooters as well. So look for that inside-outside game. Stanford and Johnson, they love to play off of each other in that offense.
One of the things you talk about inside-outside, I know that's something that Coach Turner absolutely loves to do. And just looking at both rosters, Coffeyville might have a little bit of a height advantage. So working that inside-out might work to Coffeyville's advantage here tonight.
And like I said, we'll hear from Coach Turner here in just a couple of minutes, but that's something he has really emphasized here for this matchup tonight. Getting the ball down low to Aubrey Highshaw, to Karis Washington, to Alexis Parker, to Narika Welch even in some post looks, and really establish that dominance down low. This Lady Raven team is going to be looking to attack in the paint because not only do they have the size advantage, you're right, also not a ton of forwards, 4s and 5s on this Pratt team. If you attack, you can get some players in foul trouble and really make life difficult for Christopher Jefferson.
What I love about this Coffeyville team is there's many players, several players. When you get them the ball in the low post, they can take over a game. I'm looking forward to seeing which one is going to do that tonight.
Chris, looking ahead to the men's game, our game 2 of our doubleheader, I know Hutchinson's playing really well right now. They just beat Cowley. They're playing Butler tonight. But you could argue there's not two hotter teams in the Jayhawk right now than the Red Ravens and the Pratt Beavers on the men's side. Red Ravens, of course, have one conference loss, but they're 7-1 in league play. That one loss being a 1-point loss to Cali, where they had a shot for the win at the buzzer, didn't quite drop. Pratt's won 4 in a row, including beating the defending national champions in their house, going out to Barton and winning. Coffeyville just beat number 5 Butler in their house. These two teams are red hot. It's going to be a fun one.
Oh, this is definitely going to be a fun matchup, and you just can't beat a winning streak when you're coming into somebody else's house. You've already won at somebody else's house. Might as well keep the winning streak going.
And no disrespect, of course, Chris, to these programs coming up on the Ravens schedule on the men's side in Pratt, in Seward County, in Dodge City. But it feels like this next 2-3 game stretch, and I think Coach Herkelman would agree with me, you feel like you have the talent advantage. You feel like you have the depth advantage. And this is a great opportunity for the Ravens to go on a little 3, 4, 5 game winning streak establish yourself as a top 2 or 3 team in this league and really set up a fun matchup next weekend when they go to Bart.
Yeah, you gotta have the confidence, you gotta have the swagger heading into those games, and there's no doubt about it. This Coffeyville team has the ability; they can do it.
And Chris, obviously, we knew it when he transferred to Coffeyville, but a big game player, making big plays in that win over Butler. Justin Taylor was absolutely outstanding, finished with 18 points in that game. They're going to need Justin to be big again here tonight.
No doubt about it. If there's one thing we know, you and I both love the combination of Justin and Brian. And just watching it, I would put those two up against really any combo in any college basketball team right now.
Nothing finalized yet, but there is rumblings that Jeremiah Kemboy may be getting another start tonight at that guard spot. He got the start out in El Dorado against Butler. I'd like the move, Chris, because basically what Coach Herkelman's digesting here is having Trent Ruth, having Relya Nagulich or Daniel Tomboy, whoever's not in the starting lineup, having Charles Caparasso, having Konstantin Popovich, having Kaysen Thomas. That's 5 really good players coming off the bench for you. That's not the whole roster, obviously, but having that depth and that scoring ability off the bench and then getting one of the best defenders in the Jayhawk in Jeremiah Kemboy in the starting lineup, very similar to what Barton did last year with Cooper Jackson, having him in the starting 5. You don't need Kemboy to score. You just point at the other team's best guard and say, that's your guy.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, that is a genius move, if you will, putting your best defender out there because you've got players that can score. I mean, you've got Kuda, you've got Taylor, you've got Griffin. Basically, leave it to the other 4. You're absolutely right, and just defend and just cause a heck, if you will, for the opposing team. And
let's be real, Princess Anderson was an exception. Most of the time, your best player, your best scorer is in that starting lineup. You want your best defender out there when their best scorer is out there. We'll see if that's what Coach Herkelman decides to do. It's our Red Raven pregame show brought to you by Imperial Vending. Coming up, we'll hear from Coach Turner and Coach Herkelman as we get ready for tip-off. Let's take a 3-minute timeout when we come back. Coach Turner here on US 98 and RRSN.
Serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
Buying a home? Refinancing? Apply for a home loan anywhere with Solutions North Bank, formerly Community State Bank. Community State Bank online mortgage tool is easy to use. You can be approved in minutes. And Solutions North Bank lenders are always ready to answer any questions that you may have. Visit ourlocalbank.com on your computer or mobile device and get started today. Solutions North Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This holiday season, unwrap the gift of education with Coffeyville Community College. Enrollment for spring 2025 opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession courses beginning December 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our Student Success team at studentsuccess@coffeyville.edu.
It is truck season at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Drive away in a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 for 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance through GM Financing. Roman Chevrolet has a very large selection of pre-owned vehicles and new inventory arriving daily. Romans pays more for your trade-in, too. Shop the #1 dealership in Southeast Kansas or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Roman Chevrolet at 2313 Main in Independence. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
This is Meat Mountain, and up there on the summit awaits the all-new Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. the Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck's Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
It's the Red Raven pregame show brought to you by our friends at Imperial Vending. Red Raven's back at Nellis Hall for the first time in 2025, and they're getting ready to take on the Pratt Beavers tonight. We're joined by Lady Raven head coach Tony Turner. Coach, thank you so much for the time. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Just trying to get ready for this big one.
Absolutely. And, Coach, obviously, we touched on it briefly after the Butler game, but obviously frustrating to start the second half of the season with a narrow loss to a rival in a game that felt like you could have it. But at the same time, I think it's almost, a blessing in disguise that as soon as that game comes to an end, you come back to Coffeyville, you get to practice and kind of have a home routine, and now you can have a chance to get back on track in front of the home fans.
Yeah, we're looking forward to getting back home, playing in front of our great fans, and we'll turn it around. It's a very tough league, and it's tough to win on the road sometimes.
And Coach, something that obviously is true each and every year is Butler has a great defense, and they played a great defensive game on Saturday. But what were some things that you saw and the coaching staff saw from your team's offensive execution that you're going to look to polish up a little bit heading into this one?
Well, we just got to get better at handling the pressure, handling when people jump our screens, and just being patient offensively. I thought we were taking a lot of quick shots, and with their defense, they force you to do that, and we just got to learn how to be a little more patient with the basketball because of the opportunities in that game. When we were being patient, good things happened for us. So it's just something we had to go back and look at, and we're going to have it fixed.
Coach, something that always is interesting to me is a matchup with a first-year head coach. And I know that Coach Jefferson's been at Pratt for now 2 years, but this is his first season as head coach, where I think most people would kind of assume that, a rookie head coach, probably easy to kind of outsmart them and kind of figure out their tendencies with a new team and a new roster. But I think sometimes it's a challenge because you really don't know what to expect, and it could be kind of something that you're kind of learning on the fly as the game goes on. But how do you prepare when you go up against a first-year head coach?
Well, we talk about just doing all the little things right, and if they hit us with a play that we didn't know about, it shouldn't happen multiple times. We just got to make the adjustments. You got to pay attention to the details of what they do. We're kind of coming into this game kind of blind. We don't know. They've had players out and had players not play. I mean, it's just kind of hard to tell. Do they have any players eligible at semester? Their game against Independence got postponed. So we're coming to this thing kind of blind, and our talk was just we got to control the things we can't control by just being a little disciplined. Coach,
this Pratt team features a pretty interesting kind of high-low duo of freshman guard LaKyra Johnson as well as the sophomore forward Tiriana Stanford. Stanford, a returner, she averages about 11 points a game, and then Johnson, a true freshman, averaging 13 a game. Those two like to kind of bounce off of each other, play within each other's games a lot. But what's the key to slowing down two pretty impressive scores for Pratt?
Well, Tiana, we're not for sure if she's playing or not because she hadn't played in the last 3 or 4 games. I don't know if it's an injury. I'm sure she had time to probably heal up. But, we just got to be disciplined. We got to guard and, got to communicate. And the more we talk, the more we talk and we just stick to what our game plan is. I think we should be okay with containing those two.
And, Coach, another thing that stands out about Pratt, and it's similar with a couple other teams in the league, I wouldn't call it a small team. They do have some 5'10", 5'11", 6-foot forwards, but it's not a team with the size of a Butler or the size of a Hutchinson or the size of a Dodge City. So what's the key? Obviously playing in front of the home fans to establishing that advantage down low with players like Karis and Aubrey and Alexis.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to be creative, and we'll look for the mismatches on there. I would think they will play some zone against us, and we just got to be disciplined on that side of it. But we do, we stand behind getting the ball inside out, so we'll definitely still attack them inside. And if they collapse down, which they do a pretty good job of collapsing down, we'll have to kick it back out, and we got to step up and make some shots.
And Coach, obviously, I think it's easier when you're coming off of a loss because now your group wants to obviously have that get get-back game and get back on track. But a Pratt team that's kind of struggled a little bit heading into the break and obviously didn't get a chance to play their game with Independence earlier this week. They're going to be hungry to come out here, get a win, kind of stop the bleeding a little bit for that program. So what's the key to obviously not coming out with urgency, coming out with intensity, and protecting Nellis Hall?
Well, we got to get on that winning side in 25. So hopefully our girls will come out hungry, take the loss against Butler as a learning experience, and we come out and just be a little more humble and come out and play together, play smart, stick to the game plan, and just play within ourselves. And we'll do those things, and we're going to get everybody's best shot just because, with Coffeyville, and it's a tough league and got a lot of great coaches, and we just got to step up and just control the things we can control, and go out and just play hard. We just can't let them outplay us.
Great opportunity for the Lady Ravens to get some momentum. 2 of the next 3 at Nellis Hall. They take on Pratt tonight in game 1 of our doubleheader. Coach Tony Turner, good enough to join us. Thanks, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Sure, you may be able to find a vehicle for a couple of bucks less. If you drive to the moon and back, why not save a bundle right around the corner at Perky's Used Cars just south of Coffeyville, like a 2012 Chevy Suburban, just $79.95, or a sweet deal on a 2015 Malibu for only $59.95.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on State Line Road, perkysusedcars.com.
A family member with a health issue doesn't mean they have to leave their home. Windsor Place At-Home Care can help them stay in the familiar and comfortable surroundings of their own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients, Windsor Place At-Home Care has supportive home care and all the resources to help make staying at home a reality. Find out more about what Windsor Place At-Home Care can do for you. Visit windsorplace.net.
At CRMC Medical Group, our primary care physicians and providers focus on ways to keep you and your family in good health, as well as care for them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. We cover all the way to Pittsburgh, Kansas, Iola, Kansas, Fredonia, Kansas, and Caney, Kansas, and all of the towns in between. We also serve micro markets, vending, or coffee service. We offer office coffee, hydration programs. A lot of businesses will just buy pallets of water from us. We sell pallets of water and we deliver them. We also have Powerade, Gatorade, electrolyte powders, and electrolyte freezer pops. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
When you or your loved ones need help, you can rely on Medical Lodges. For more than 50 years, Medical Lodges has been serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
Looking for a bank that understands your individual needs? We have the solution. At Solutions North Bank, formerly Community State Bank, we offer a variety of accounts to fit a variety of lifestyles and needs. Call Solutions North Bank at 620-251-1313 or stop by our Coffeyville location at 1414 West 11th Street and speak to a new accounts representative today. It's the SNB way. Solutions North Bank, member FDIC.
It's the Red Raven pregame show brought to you by our friends at Imperial Vending. Ravens back at Nellis Hall for the first time in 2025, and we're getting ready for tip-off talking to men's head coach Jay Herkelman. Coach, thanks so much for the time as always. How you doing?
Good. Glad to be back home playing.
Absolutely, and obviously a big way to start the second half of the season with not just a win on the road over rival Butler, but also a win over a top 5 team in the country. We talked about it with Coach Bailey after the game, Coach, but after coming close against Moberly and NEO and Cali, I know this team was just dying to kind of have that one that went their way in a big-time ranked matchup, and what a huge way to start the second half.
Yeah, it was really good. The guys did a great job of preparing themselves for that week of practice that we had after the break and getting ready for that game. And it was a hard-fought game. It was close. We took the early lead, then they come back and go on a 16-0 run on us, and then it's close, and we got a little lead at the half, and then they take a lead, and it's just back and forth like you'd expect against two good teams. But the last 10 minutes, 8-10 minutes of the game, I thought our guys were really good defensively and were able to execute well enough on the offensive end against a good defensive team to get some baskets and take the lead.
Coach, I want to talk, obviously, we've talked at length this year about your trio of guards in Brian Griffith, Justin Taylor, and Trent Ruth. And I think, Trent and Brian had single-digit points, and Trent was struggling from the field, but the last 5-6 minutes of that game, like you talked about, Justin was hitting big contested shots. Trent had a couple scores late. Brian had a big three-point play late. So just the guys that have the offensive ability that we've seen time and time again stepping up with the game on the line had to be encouraging.
Yeah, we felt like Justin and Trent could get a lot of those mid-range shots just the way they guard with their bigs. We were setting a lot of ball screens in the middle part of the court, and their big guy, he's really good around the basket blocking shots, but he drops off in their coverage, and we felt we could get some 12, 15-foot shots, and Justin was making them. Trent was struggling with them early, and I kind of challenged him a little bit after he was about 1 for 8, and I said, dude, we can't get you better shots. You got to start knocking some of those down. And then the rest of the way, he was pretty good. And so we just saw it on film where we thought we could take advantage of that and having those guys, putting them in a position where they can make some shots, and they did. And, Coach, another guy I want to make sure that we touch on as well, in a close game on the road, you got to make free throws down the stretch to close out a team like that. And a guy that I thought really stepped up in a big way was Daniel Tomboy. Hit some big free throws down the stretch. A guy that's had his ups and downs at the line this year, but when you really needed him to hit him, he was rock solid. Yeah, big three-point play in the last 2 minutes. Brian drove it, dropped one off, and he got a three-point play. But he was 5 for 7 from the line. He'd really been working on it over the break, and he's such an aggressive player. He does get fouled a lot, and he's got to make his free throws. And if he can do that, 5 for 7 on a nightly basis, that'd be big for us. So back at Nellis Hall and taking on the Pratt Beavers, and Coach, this is a team that is really playing some good basketball of late. They're kind of peeking into that 6-7 spot in the conference right now, but it's a team with a dangerous offense and a team that really feels like they're playing their best basketball of the year right now. Yeah, I think they've won 4 in a row now. They won at Barton County, which is always a tough place to play, but they won 4 in a row, playing with confidence. They haven't played since we've been back. They didn't play the other day against Independence, and it was rescheduled for Monday, and they still had travel issues on Monday, so they haven't played yet. So we'll see, but if they've made any change from first semester. But the thing we saw was, they got good guard play. They can really shoot it well. We're going to have to be good with our transition defense, guarding the three-point line. They get guards that can handle it and go make some plays. So defensively, we're going to have to be on it. But very similar style to what Butler did, with their guards being very aggressive and wanting to shoot a lot of threes. And so hopefully we got some transfer over from the last game. Well, and you mentioned, of course, they do have some depth offensively. 4 guys average double figures. But the main 2 are Kason Robinson and Jarrett Dingle. They're 2 primary guards. And obviously I know that this team feels like they have good defenders at the guard spot with Trent, with Kemboy, with Justin Taylor. So like you said, it's just kind of coming down to executing and making sure you have an eye on your guy off of screens and stuff like that. But it feels like this team has the personnel to match that Pratt offense. I think so. our depth is probably a little bit better than what theirs is. Their scoring comes from those top 4 guys that start for them, and when they go to their bench, they fall off a little bit. So we hope that takes its toll in the game, because we can come off the bench with guys like you say, Case and Thomas, who can really get after you defensively, and Kemboy and Trent, and so we're hoping that over the course of the game that pays us dividends, that we're a little bit deeper.
And Coach, that's a great point. This will be kind of my last thought, but you mentioned Kaysen, and we were talking a little bit about this stage of the season, and we've talked about it in this conference, that every team in this league has those top 2-3 guys that can put up 15, 20 a night, that can really kind of take over a game at any given point. What's going to lead to not just wins on a night-to-night basis, but holding your ground in the top 2-3 in this conference and being a true championship contender is guys like Kaysen Thomas, is guys like Relly Nagulich, is guys like those Daniel Tomboy, those next guys after your top 2 or 3, that if they can contribute on a night-to-night basis and give you big minutes, and Kaysen's been outstanding the last month or so, and is a perfect example of that, it's going to be really hard to beat this team.
Yeah, I talked to Kaysen the next day, because he got in. He was a starter at the end of the first semester, and over the break, we made a little bit of change, got Kemboy in the starting lineup, went with a little different look on the second group. And Kaysen got in there, and he didn't play well in the first half, and didn't get back in after he was in there for a little bit. But I put him in the second half, and he played well. He played hard. He made things happen. He did the things that allowed him to get in the lineup the first semester. And I talked to him on Sunday about just him maturing in that way, that he didn't pout when he didn't go back in the first half. He was ready when I called on him, and that's a sign of maturity right there. And he's a guy that can make things happen. We saw it in the first semester. He's capable of scoring 15 points in a game. He's athletic. He can really guard. Having guys like that come off the bench is definitely a plus for us.
Ravens trying to get to 8-1 in league play. They're back at home taking on Pratt tonight. Coach Jay Herkelman good enough to join us. Thanks, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
This holiday season, unwrap the gift of education with Coffeyville Community College. Enrollment for spring 2025 opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession courses beginning December 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our student success team at studentsuccess@coffeyville.edu.
It is truck season at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Drive away in a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 for 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance through GM Financing. Roman Chevrolet has a very large selection of pre-owned vehicles and new inventory arriving daily. Roman's pays more for your trade-in, too. Shop the #1 dealership in Southeast Kansas or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Roman Chevrolet at 2313 Main in Independence. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
My expectations every year is that we're going to win the conference.
Behind the back, and one, Chris Carroll. The Red Ravens chase a Jayhawk Conference Championship. This is Coffeyville Community College Red Raven basketball on US 98. Red Raven basketball is brought to you by Medical Lodge of Coffeyville, Solutions North Bank, Coffeyville Community College, Roman Chevrolet, Derailed Commodity, Taco Mayo, Ricky's Used Cars, and Coffeyville Regional Medical Center. It's time for starting lineups and tip-off. Here's the voice of the Ravens, Shay Neal.
Good evening, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Nellis Hall. I'm Shay Neal, Chris Freund alongside with me. It's a Red Raven doubleheader against the Pratt Beavers here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Chris, good to be back in front of the fans, and great opportunity for the Lady Ravens to bounce back.
I am so excited to be back at Nellis Hall. This is going to be 2 great games. Looking to go 2-0. 2-0, Shay.
Absolutely. Let's get you starting lineups for both of these teams. First, for the Pratt Beavers, who are led by first-year head coach Christopher Jefferson and assisted by Jason Deal. Starting at guard, a 5'6" sophomore out of Kazakhstan, #1, Dana Imankalova. Starting at guard, a freshman out of Jeffersonville, Indiana, number 5, Lakyra Johnson. Starting at guard, a freshman, 5'8", out of Louisville, Kentucky, number 14, Kalani Brock. Starting at guard, a 5'6" sophomore out of Almeria, Spain, number 15, Sofia Bermejo. And starting at forward, a 5'11" freshman out of Louisville, Kentucky, number 24, Micaiah Humphrey. One more time for the visiting Pratt Beavers. It's number 1, Imankalova, number 5, Johnson, number 14, Brock, number 15, Bermejo, and number 24, Humphrey. For the Red Ravens, led by 6th-year head coach Tony Turner and assisted by Sierra McBride, Camry Anderson, and Soraya Songo. The 5'7" freshman out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, number 5, Hallie Kitchen. A 5'7" freshman out of Anadarko, Oklahoma, number 12, Carly Parker. A 5'10" sophomore out of Fort Smith, Arkansas, number 15, Karis Washington. A 6-foot freshman out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 21, Aubrey Highshaw. And a 5'10" sophomore out of Bando, Japan, number 24, Narika Welch. One more time for the Red Ravens. Number 5, Kitchen, number 12, Parker, number 15, Washington, number 21, Highshaw, and number 24, Welch. Chris, Tony Turner rolling with a starting 5 that he's really liked since before the break. We saw the starting 5 for the first time in the Cali game. Got a big come-from-behind win against Cali. Struggled a little bit against Butler, but he trusts this 5 to set the tone here tonight.
This is a great starting 5. I love the starting 5. With so much depth, you can almost substitute anybody and have it be a great starting 5. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this gels, because they're going to gel quickly, you can just tell.
Highshaw and Brock will jump. It is the Red Ravens off the tip. Coffeyville looking for win number 11 on the season and their first of 2025. Carly Parker. Narika on the right wing. It's a zone look for Pratt. We expected with their size playing a lot of zone. Narika Welch, a great start. A 3 on the right wing and 3-0 Red Ravens.
Can't get off to a better start than that, Shay.
Driving inside quickly. No good on the shot. Welch pulls down the rebound. That was Johnson on the attempt. That's their leading score. Carly Parker has it in the corner. 3-0 Ravens, 35 seconds in. Narika Welch. Down low, Karis Washington. Karis. Guarded by Bermejo. 10 to shoot here for the Ravens. Karis on the elbow. Pressured heavily. Karis finds Parker. Down low, Highshaw trying to get an extra pass to Washington. Out of bounds. Last touch by Pratt, and the Ravens will have 3 on the shot clock. So they're going to make it 20, I believe, with the shot clock resetting, or are they going to do a full reset? We're waiting to find out. They're going to deem that Pratt had possession, so it's going to be a full 30 for the Red Ravens. And an inbounds quickly to Karis Washington, and a quick 5-0 lead for the home squad. Good to be back.
They didn't need 2 seconds for that shot.
Could have left 3 on the shot clock.
Could
that
have.
One no good by Johnson. Rebound, Karam's out to Hallie Kitchen. What a start for the Red Ravens. 5-0 early. Trying to keep the foot on the gas. Carly Parker, Hallie Kitchen, extra pass to Welch. Narika had 27 the last time she played in this building. She has it again, sends her second triple. Got it! A quick 6 for Narika Welch, and a quick 8-0 run for the Ravens to get the party started. Timeout, Pratt. Lady Ravens back at home and home cooking. 8-0 Coffeyville. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Ravens Sports Network.
Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Taco Mayo's new Filet Olé Steak Bowl is piled high with filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
A heaping bowl loaded with refried beans, Mexicali rice, cheddar jack sour cream, and tender filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Savor the juicy Filet Olé Steak Bowl stacked with filet mignon and only from Taco Mayo.
That's a wrap.
No, that's a bowl.
Lead for the Lady Ravens on a pair of threes from Noriko Welch and a layup from Karis Washington. Shea Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Pratt trying to push against a Raven press. And they do find a corner pass. Three there from Bermejo, up and good. Pratt needed that shot in a big way. They're on the board. It's 8-3. Sofia Bermejo, sophomore out of Spain. Ravens still leading at 8-3. Karis pull-up jump shot, not that time. Ball loose, ends up with the guard Dana Imankalova. Spin move, nice move there by Brock. They work it around, Bermejo, now Imankalova. 12 to shoot here for Pratt, down by 5 early on the road. Pratt looking for their biggest signature win of the year on the road against a top 5 Jayhawk team. Bermejo, that time blocked by Noriko Welch. Up ahead, Welch, nice ball fake. She's got 8. 10-3 Ravens, 8 for Noriko. And Chris, we know what she can do scoring the basketball, but let's not forget, she is an elite defender. She showed it there with that shot block.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
10-3 Ravens, and that one ripped away by Highshaw. Here comes Hallie Kitchen the other way. Handoff to Karis. Karis up and in. A 9-point lead for the Red Ravens. They're playing quick, but they're playing controlled, Chris, and that's the difference from Butler to so far here tonight.
Yeah, huge difference. Love what we're seeing from the Lady Ravens here so far tonight.
12-3 early in this one. Bermejo working right. Imankalova now working to the corner. And this is Micaiah Humphrey. Johnson, the freshman guard, that's their leading scorer, and she lost the basketball. Carly Parker rips it away. Here comes Carly, so much speed, and a block at the rim there by Micaiah Humphrey. Good recovery defense. But the Ravens take it back, and Highshaw lays it in. A little bit of hot potato there. 3 giveaways in about 20 seconds. It ends with a Raven bucket.
As long as it ends with a Raven bucket, that's what counts here.
14-3 Ravens lead, less than 4 minutes in. Talk about establishing control early here on your home court. Brock inside, nice move, and a score at the cup.
That was a nice move.
Freshman Kalani Brock. Welch finds Kitchen, extra pass to Carly. A little bit more speed behind this zone look now from Pratt. Sliding around the perimeter. 15 to shoot for the Ravens. Karis getting to the baseline. Double team comes. Finding Welch. Welch extra pass. Parker for 3. In and out. Karis on the glass. Not that time. Highshaw tips it up and in. Karis and Highshaw down low. And Chris, when that duo gets going on the offensive glass, they are tough to stop.
Oh, that's a great 1-2 combo right there.
16-5. Lady Ravens lead. 5:22 to go. Opening quarter. Coffeyville looking for win number 11 on the season and win number 6 in Jayhawk play. Pass down low, tip stolen by Welch. Up ahead to Kitchen. Raven defense back like they never left, and they lay it in. Hallie Kitchen with the score.
Kitchen had a couple options there. Take it herself or pass it. She kept it. Got a nice bucket.
Halfway through this opening quarter, Clarkson, Alexis Parker, and Kaylin Willis all moved to the scorer's table. 18-5 Raven lead. 15 to shoot for Pratt. Imankalova, handoff Johnson. Now driving baseline Bermejo. Imankalova, tough shot, missed it. Rebound tapped. Carly Parker able to get it to Highshaw. Here come the Ravens again, leading by a baker's dozen. Carly slows it down, back to Noriko, back to Hallie. Corner 3, she likes that spot, and it's nothing but net from Hallie Kitchen, who's got a quick 5. 21 for the Ravens in 5.5 minutes after scoring just 48 on Saturday.
They might have that by halftime.
Johnson. This team has come out fired up. Tony Turner has found a way to get this team inspired here in front of the home crowd. Brock trying to get to the free throw line, spinning. A lot of contact, no foul call. Welch and Parker there defensively. little surprised there was no foul call.
Yeah, me too.
Highshaw on the post, in and out. But you like that look there from Aubrey.
I love that shot. 99 out of 100, that's going in.
Pull-up jump shot. Johnson, air ball, out of bounds to the Red Ravens. 3 subs here for the Red Ravens. Alexis Parker, Aspen Clarkson, and Caitlin Willis come in for Carly Parker, Aubrey Highshaw, and Narika Welch. And Chris, Narika had 11 against Butler on Saturday, but really had to work for that 11. She had 27 the last time she was in this building, and she's already got a quick 8 here in this one. She looks great.
Looks great. We could see another 27 or even higher possibly. No pressure, though.
Willis works it right. Aspen Clarkson, the freshman out of Stillwater. Ava Baker now moves to the scorer's table. That one taken away from Clarkson. Pratt coming the other way. We do have a Pratt substitution as well. That is the sophomore Tiriana Stanford, Chris. So she is playing tonight. She's coming off the bench, maybe on a little bit of a minutes restriction. Easing her way back from an injury.
Absolutely. Could be a big spark off the bench, though, for Pratt.
Cutting is Stanford, and she shuffled the feet. Good defense there by Kaylin Willis. Kaylin is 6 inches shorter than Stanford, but held her ground and forced the travel. Ava Baker in for Hallie Kitchen. This starting 5 for the Ravens really did a nice job setting the tone.
Yep, they sure did. This is the Ravens team that I think we've all been wanting to see in the last few games.
Caitlin Willis steps into a jump shot. Got it! Caitlin Willis, Chris, we've seen as the years gone on, her workload, her minutes continue to go up, and that's why she's getting more confident, and she's becoming a threat scoring the basketball. She's a good passer, too.
She is. A great scorer and just a smart player.
Inside, Johnson, tough finish. Left it short. Rebound, Clarkson. Slow start for Pratt's leading scorer, Lakyra Johnson. Karras gets it under control, goes inside, missed it, and had it for a moment, but it's pulled down by Amankalova. Johnson, extra pass. Ball fake by Brock. And that one taken away by Alexis Parker. Quick breather for Narika Welch. Karras in transition, missed it. Got her own rebound, but lost it to Humphrey there in transition. 3 in the corner for Brock is short. Rebound battled for, taken by Humphrey. Extra pass, nice play, and Pratt with the finish. Chris might have seen Karras Washington a little exhausted on that play. It looked like a ball that she would normally get to, but was a step late, and that leads to the Pratt second chance score.
Well, she's been the first Raven down the floor for the last 3 fast break attempts, so yeah, they're right. She might be a little winded.
Ava Baker down low. Alexis Parker. That's too easy for Alexis Parker. There's been some ups and downs in the sophomore season of Alexis Parker, Chris, but something she's been good at since the moment she stepped foot on campus as Stanford draws a foul is her footwork in the post. She's one of the best on the team at that.
No doubt.
25-7, Ravens lead, 1:14 left in the first quarter.
Okay, I don't want to do the announcer's jinx shade, but 8 minutes and 46 seconds in, and we're only seeing the first foul between either team.
Here come 8 more in the last 60 seconds.
If that happens, I'll be quiet for the rest of the good game.
First free throw for Stanford, got the bounce. Tiriana, a very talented player. She averages 11 a game, 41% from the field, but is only a 36% free throw shooter. You wouldn't think it with that release there. It looks like a pretty good shot.
It really does.
She goes 2 out of 2. She might have been working on that.
Might have.
Ravens still lead it by 16 as we come down to a minute to go opening quarter. What a start for the home Ravens. Looking for win number 11, trying to stay in the top 5 in the Jayhawk. Aspen Clarkson. Narika Welch, she's got 8, trying to make it 11. Not that time. Little heat check there from Narika. Her first miss of the night. Imankalova finds Stanford. Stanford going at the freshman Clarkson. Now Brock. Brock backs it up. Brock wants to go at Alexis Parker. Imankalova winds up for 3. Missed it. Rebound pulled down by Alexis. Ravens 25, Pratt 9, 35 seconds left. Could be the final possession of the first quarter for the Lady Ravens. Aspen Clarkson as we go under 30 to go in the quarter. Aspen gets a step in the lane, lays it up and in. Aspen Clarkson's been a little quiet offensively the last 3 or 4 games, but nice finish with the right hand there on the scoop shot layup.
Yeah, gotta love it. Gotta love the finger roll there.
27 for the Ravens in the opening quarter. Already more than half of what they scored on Saturday. There's an and one for Stanford. And Chris, I don't care if she's coming off an injury or not. That foul was on Clarkson. You can tell as soon as she checked into the game, this is one of Pratt's best players.
No doubt, yeah. She is going to be the spark off the bench.
Ravens and the Beavers have had plenty of back-and-forth battles in the last 2 seasons. Big part of that, of course, the leading scorer in the Jayhawk Conference, Princess Anderson. She's now at Wichita State, but the duo, Stanford and Johnson, if Johnson can get going, absolutely capable of pulling the Beavers back in this game.
Yeah, you got to keep your foot on the gas no matter what.
6 seconds, Willis, handoff, Parker, Carly, 3 seconds, got to get a shot up. Welch sends it for 3, and a little strong on that one. But a great opening quarter for Tony Turner's squad. 27-12, Ravens lead it by 15. We're back with second quarter action in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Bath, why not save a bundle right around the corner at Perky's Used Cars just south of Coffeyville? Like a 2012 Chevy Suburban, just $79.95. Or a sweet deal on a 2015 Malibu for only $59.95.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on a State Line Road. Perky'sUsedCars.com.
Peace of mind. That's what you get when you or a family member can stay in your home when health issues arise. Windsor Place At-Home Care makes staying at home possible. Whether it's a disability, aging, or illness, Windsor Place At-Home Care has the staff and resources to properly support you in the comfort and familiarity of your own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients providing in-home support and care, Windsor Place At-Home Care is there for you. Find out more, visit windsorplace.net.
(27-12), Lady Ravens lead it after 1 here at Nellis Hall. I'm Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with me. So happy you're with us here on a chilly Wednesday night. But Chris, after some chilly shooting splits on Saturday in El Dorado, Lady Ravens have come out motivated. They've come out playing really good basketball. Aubrey Highshaw has looked great down low. Narika Welch has hit some big shots. She's got 8 early, and the Ravens have opened up a 15-point lead.
Yeah, it may be hot outside, or it may be chilly outside, but it's hot in Ellis.
Stanford lines up for 3 and left it short. Little heat check there for the sophomore after she really got off to a great start off the bench. Kaylin Willis running the point for the Ravens. Hands off to Carly Parker. Baker, Highshaw, and Welch, the other 3 out there for Coffeyville. Willis winds up for 3, and she's got 5. Kaylin Willis with a quick 5 off the bench. 30 for the Ravens, and a great shot there from Willis. Ravens really looking for those consistent three-point shooters. Willis could absolutely be one of the solutions to that.
She did a good job to get open to get that 3 off.
Johnson down low, not that time. Rebound taken by Highshaw. Great defense by Aubrey as well. Welch down low, Ava Baker. Pump fake, puts it up, left it short. Tapped around, Baker pulls down the offensive rebound. Carly winds up for 3. Got it! You'd love to see the Ravens have a great night beyond the arc, Chris. Get some confidence from the three-point game, because if this Raven team is going to get where they want to get to, they got to start hitting some more three-point shots consistently.
Well, they left Carly Parker open. If you're going to leave Carly open, she's going to hit the 3.
33-12, Ravens up 21 early second quarter here at home. Brock spinning, had it poked at the free throw line. Aubrey Highshaw with elite defense and takes it away. Ravens pushing again. Narika Welch stops on the wing, hands off to Kaylin Willis. Willis to Parker. And a foul down low there, it looks like against Aubrey. A little bit extra pushing. They're trying to get open in the post. First foul. It's Highshaw's first. It's Pratt basketball. Something we heard from Coach Turner in the first half, Chris. I'm curious if he's just experimenting or if this is actually a philosophical change. They don't press a ton in a Tony Turner defense. But we've seen a lot of press defense so far in this one. Not sure, again, if they're just working on it or if he wants to play some more pressure-style defense in the second half.
Well, the thing about it is he's got a team that can do it.
Willis has it.
If he can do it, you might as well.
Absolutely. Brock had the layup for Pratt. It's 33-14, under 8 to go first half. Carly Parker finding Aubrey Highshaw. Highshaw now to Narika Welch. Tough jump shot. Good. 10 for Narika. Sometimes it feels like the tougher the shot, the better chance Narika has of hitting it.
She likes that degree of difficulty.
And you hear it all the time, Chris, from basketball players. Sometimes that hand in the face, if you're left wide open, it almost feels unnatural. You kind of need that defender in the area.
Right.
35-14, 10 for Narika Welch. And that pass out of bounds. Pratt Beaver turnover. And very similarly to, and we talked about it, kudos to the Butler defense. The way they played forced Coffeyville to kind of play out of sync a little bit on Saturday. Now we're seeing the Ravens returning the favor. Pratt playing very out of sync because of what the Ravens are doing defensively.
That's right. No rhythm established yet for this Pratt offense.
Highshaw, Washington, and Kitchen back in for the Ravens. And so it is officially the starting 5 out there for Tony Turner. With a 21-point lead, Narika attacking again. A lot of contact, no foul call, out of bounds off of Pratt. Narika trying to draw a foul there, but you're right, Chris. Only 2 or 3 fouls called so far. It seems like if you're trying to draw contact, you're really going to have to get slapped in the face or something like that.
Yeah, you're going to have to pull a WWE on Netflix kind of thing, really.
Hallie Kitchen has it. Hallie's got 5 as well. Narika, another tough jump shot. Got it! 12 for Narika Welch. And we've seen a lot of spreading the wealth offensively. Chris, Kitchen, Willis, Welch, Highshaw. This has been a really complete effort offensively. Johnson battling for it, comes down with it. I don't think Washington ever saw it. She's able to pull down that one. Ravens lead at 37-14, 6.5 to play, second quarter. Trying to get back on track here against the Pratt Beavers. Washington down low. Had it poked by Johnson. Washington able to recollect. Welch the hot hand. She's got 12. Now passes to Kitchen. Down low to Highshaw, and Highshaw couldn't finish. Got the space, put a little bit too much on the shot. 3, 4. No good there for Mayho. Both teams playing quickly. Ravens have played with a little bit more control. Highshaw, backdoor, Carly Parker. That one spun out. Offensive rebound, Washington finding Carly again. Karis had a season-high 7 assists on Saturday. That was a beautiful pass to Carly there for an easy layup.
Yeah, she got it to where only her teammate could get it and put it in.
39-14, Ravens in control here at home. Humphrey, now Stanford, guarded by Welch. Stanford attacking, backdoor feed, Bermejo, and on the way up, had it poked. It will stay with Pratt. 3 on the shot clock. Chris, we were talking about the 2-0 night that we're really hoping for. Well, the ladies are doing their part so far.
It's a good start.
And this is a bunch of competitors here on this team. So I know the guys down there, Daniel Tomboy, Jeremiah Kemboy, Des Marshall. I know they're seeing this and they're wanting to match it at the very least, if not one up it.
Right.
That one poked, taken away by Hallie Kitchen. Raven defense really doing a nice job. Brock tried to take it back, but it was out of bounds off of Pratt. Lexus Parker into the game for the Red Ravens, so we have both Parker sisters on the floor. Parker in for Aubrey Highshaw. Carly on the right wing has it now, trying to find her sister on a cut. And now Kitchen, corner 3 again, not that time. That's the shot, though, for Hallie, Chris. We saw, as Pratt coming in transition, Stanford blocked by Parker. Couldn't quite control the rebound. Second chance opportunity. Bermejo might have gotten away with a travel. Down low, Johnson had it poked. It's still loose, out of bounds off of Pratt.
Man, there's a lot of bodies underneath the basket.
Man.
Constantly. constant fights for a rebound.
Media timeout. Ravens up big, 39-14. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
We staff our emergency room with emergency medicine physicians 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. ER physicians at CRMC have access to general surgeons, specialists, medical imaging, lab services, and the technology needed in an emergency, all right here. If you are faced with a life-threatening emergency, insist on the best and say, "Take me to CRMC."
I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. We were formerly Stevens Vending. We have a set of core values that we follow. True commitment to the community, true commitment to the surrounding area. All of the sandwiches that we put in the vending machines have a 5 to 7 day shelf life. Usually when those sandwiches go out of date, we always donate our products to Genesis. We have 16 branches, and all 16 branches follow that core value. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
(39-14). Lady Ravens on top of the Pratt Beavers here at Nellis Hall. I'm Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with me. Chris, been a nice day for the Raven offense so far, and it's not just because of one player scoring 20 points. Norika Welch does have 12, but we've seen Hallie Kitchen, as well as Carly Parker, as well as Kaylin Willis, as well as others really contribute here in this first half.
Yeah, the balanced scoring is such an exciting thing to see.
Welch winding up for three again. Got it. You might have called it, Chris. You said she might be able to challenge for that career-high 27. She's got 15 with still 4:15 to go in the first half.
So when do we change her name to Three Ricky? Three, how would we say that?
Northrika Welch?
Threeko, yeah, that might work.
There you go.
Threeko Welch.
Johnson, a three is good, and Pratt with a response. First points of the night for LaKyra Johnson. Under 4 to go, first half, 42-17, as we'll see Cam Etchison move to the scorer's table. That one taken away by Bermejo. Pratt 2-on-1 in transition. Nice find to Brock. Couldn't finish at the rim. Offensive rebound, and Johnson is fouled. We'll say, Chris, it's been a very good first half. Yes. But I've seen a lot of loose balls and opportunities for the Ravens to get defensive rebounds that they have not gotten in this first half. I'm sure that's something that's going to be set in the locker room. Obviously, not hurting them when they're up 25 tonight.
Right.
But when they play Barton next week, a team with a lot of size. When they play Dodge City next week, a team with a lot of size. Not getting those loose balls will hurt you.
No doubt. No doubt. Sorry, I thought we switched to the Golf Channel for a second there.
No, we just had the former NJCAA National Player of the Week walking down. Had to pay some respect. 2 out of 2 there for Johnson. 42-19. Lena Yulee also moving to the scorer's table. Welch, pull-up jump shot. And a late foul call against the Red Ravens. That'll be on Karis Washington. Brian's hands were really cold, Chris.
Were they?
I fist bumped him on his way down, and that was a really cold hand.
Got to be cool under pressure.
That's right. Hopefully those hands warm up and he starts knocking down some shots in the game.
Yep.
Cool hands Griffith. There you go. Stanford pull-up jump shot with Yulee with a nice contest, but Stanford knocks it down. And, Chris, that's good defense and just a good player hitting a tough shot.
Yep, sometimes you can play all the best defense in the world and the shot still goes in.
You know what they say. Great offense beats good defense.
That's
that
for
one
sure.
Taken away. Johnson in transition. Missed the layup, and Etchison able to collect the rebound. Breakaway layup no good for Pratt, and now Cam Etchison handing it off to Karis Washington. Cam hit a big three against Butler on Saturday. Now she has the ball on the right wing. That's another player, Chris, that as there's 10 to shoot here for the Ravens, that one nearly thrown away. Etchison able to recollect. Welch, open look. Skyhand in and out. She got me on that one.
Yeah, I thought
Spun
that was
around.
It.
Man, I was ready to go good. Stanford top of the key for three, and that one is in and out. And Welch collects the rebound. Carly has it now, 2:08 to go first half. Ravens 42, Pratt 21. Camry Johnson moves to the scorer's table. But Chris, Cam Etchison is another example of a player that I'm really excited to see progress here in the second half of the season. Tony Turner's talked about her talent, her work ethic, her improvement this season. I'm really looking forward to seeing it show more in the final 15 games or so.
Absolutely. That's another person off the bench that can start a fire, good spark going for this team.
Etchison finding Washington. Karras backing down. Double team comes. Karras in trouble. Throws it away. Now Stanford coming the other way for Pratt and lays it in. Tiriana Stanford, she may be coming off of an injury, Chris, but she's looked really good in this first half.
Yeah, I'm sure she's excited to be back. She's provided that spark for her team.
Welch has a game-high 15 so far. Karras has it now. And Washington handing off to Etchison. Etchison, handoff Yulee. Jump shot, little off on the left rim. Washington tracks down a long rebound. Second chance here for the Ravens. Carly straight on three, in and out. Yulee trying to fight for it, and not that time. Got some more Red Raven men's players coming down the line. That was Konstantin Popovich, Charles Caporaso. Hard to miss Charles at Nellis Hall.
That's true.
All 8'9" of them. Bermejo has it poked and taken away by Karras. Washington in transition lays it up and in. Karras Washington so quick in transition. 44-23. Shot clock is off for Pratt. Will the Beavers hold for one final shot? No, they're going to send it with 12 on the shot clock. Or 12 on the game clock. Rebound Etchison off the miss. Ravens with another chance now. Carly Parker. 5 seconds here for Coffeyville. Carly, one-on-one with Bermejo. Welch, good look for three. Narika in and out again. Narika could very easily have 20 in this first half. She's had a couple that have just spun out. But the Ravens, a very successful first half. They're up 44-23 as we go to the break. Red Raven halftime show coming up just around the corner. Ravens up 21 at the break. Let's take a 4-minute timeout. We have the Red Raven halftime show coming up next here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at medical lodges.
The same familiar faces with a new name. Community State Bank in Coffeyville is now Solutions North Bank. The same community bank you've come to know and enjoy with the merger is now bigger, and there's even more to love. Solutions North Bank will be able to offer more banking products and services to fit your individual needs. Stop by and say hello and check out SMB's options at the newest Solutions North Bank location in Coffeyville, formerly Community State Bank. Come experience the SMB way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This holiday season, unwrap the gift of education with Coffeyville Community College. Enrollment for spring 2025 opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession courses beginning December 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our student success team at studentsuccess@coffeyville.edu.
It is truck season at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Drive away in a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 for 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance through GM Financing. Roman Chevrolet has a very large selection of pre-owned vehicles and new inventory arriving daily. Romans pays more for your trade-in, too. Shop the #1 dealership in Southeast Kansas or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Roman Chevrolet at 2313 Main in Independence. Chevrolet together. Together, let's drive.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
This is Meat Mountain, and up there on the summit awaits the all-new Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
Sure, you may be able to find a vehicle for a couple of bucks less. If you drive to the moon and back, why not save a bundle right around the corner at Perky's Used Cars just south of Coffeyville, like a 2012 Chevy Suburban, just $79.95, or a sweet deal on a 2015 Malibu for only $59.95.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on State Line Road, perkysusedcars.com.
Stay tuned. Second half action is coming up just around the corner. Now it's time for the Solutions North Bank Red Raven Halftime Show with a live look at first half stats, scores around the conference, and the keys to the second half. This is an exclusive production of KUSN Radio Sports, the Solutions North Bank Red Raven Halftime Show on US 98.
Lady Ravens lead it 44-23. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. It's the Red Raven Halftime Show presented by our friends at Solutions North Bank. A lot of fun here so far tonight at Nellis Hall. Chris and Lady Ravens did a great job getting off to a strong start offensively. We were wondering how were they going to respond from the struggles on Saturday against Butler. They didn't take a free throw in that first half, but 49% from the floor, 46% from three. That's a heck of a way to bounce back.
I love those stats. And we're going to find out more here in just a minute from the balanced scoring, but there's just a determination on this team, on their faces, that we haven't seen in a while. They want to come back. They want to get better, and they are just playing much better than they did last Saturday.
They certainly are, and I think that, Chris, it's also the defense. Defense, again, doing what they've done all year long, forcing 12 turnovers, blocking 3 shots, holding Pratt to just 31% shooting. That's going to win you a lot of games. It kept them in the game against Butler, and obviously if you can have shooting splits above 40%, you're not going to lose many games with a defense like that.
And the fact that they're adding a press into the defensive arsenal, I mean, if you add that into the mix and give another team so many different looks that they don't know what's coming, that's only going to help. Let's take a look at first half stats here from Nellis Hall. For the Pratt Beavers, 31% from the floor, 20% from three, and 100% at the line. 5 of 5 of the Beavers in that first half. Leading the way for Pratt, 9 for Tiriana Stanford. Came off the bench tonight, Chris, but 3 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 3 at the line. Also 3 rebounds. She's looked very good in her first game back from injury. I'd love to have a game like that coming back from injury. I would just like to have any game like that. But, yeah, coming off of the bench.
No rust there.
No, definitely not.
Also 7 in the first half for LaKyra Johnson on 2 of 9 shooting. So the Ravens have really made her work for it. But she does have 7. She averages 14 a night. 3 for Sophia Bermejo, also 2 for Brock, and 2 for Micaiah Humphrey. For the Lady Ravens, 49% in that first half, 46% from 3. Leading the way for Coffeyville, Norika Welch, 15 points on 6 of 11 shooting. Also for the Ravens, 6 for Karis Washington, 5 for Hallie Kitchen, 5 for Carly Parker, 5 for Kaylin Willis, 4 for Aubrey Highshaw, 2 for Alexis Parker, 2 for Aspen Clarkson. Chris, it's been a lot of players here and there, and I think you could even argue that, there's been a few players like Karis, 3 of 8, and even Norika, 6 of 11, 3 of 7 from downtown, that haven't played at perfect basketball. And you have Willis going 2 of 2, you have Clarkson 1 of 1, you have Parker 1 of 1. When players have been called upon, they've stepped up.
That's right. Any combination of players has worked for this Coffeyville team, and there's a couple of them that had so close to going in, and for some reason it just kind of rimmed out. Or just there's even a couple shots under the rim for like Washington and Hightower that would normally go in that didn't. So it could be an even bigger lead right now if those would be like it would normally be and fall in.
No question it could, and of course we have a second half coming up as well. 44-23 Ravens lead at the half. Let's take a quick 2-minute timeout. When we come back, some scores from around the Jayhawk Fun Night. Hutchinson taking on Butler. A lot of good games around the conference. We're finally back after the weather on Saturday. Kind of postponed some games. We got a full slate for you tonight. We'll get you scores when we come back in 2 minutes here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Surgeons provide expert surgical care close to home. From a routine colonoscopy to a life-saving mastectomy, the general surgeons at CRMC are equipped to handle many types of surgical procedures. For more information, call CRMC Medical Group at 620-252-1639.
We actually make our own sandwiches. They are prepackaged the night before, made, cooked, loaded on the trucks the very next morning, and in the machines, less than 12 hours. I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. I've been in the business for 30 years, and we just transitioned over to Imperial. We were formerly Stevens Vending. We have a set of core values that we follow. You're going to get quality, variety, immediate service, total commitment, and you're going to get a great partnership. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
When you or your loved ones need help, you can rely on Medical Lodges. For more than 50 years, Medical Lodges has been serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
Ravens lead at 44-23 at the break here in game one of our doubleheader. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. It is the Solutions North Bank Red Raven halftime show. Chris, full slate of action going on in the Jayhawk Conference tonight. What are some of the scores so far on the women's side of the conference?
Well, a lot of these games are in the second quarter or at halftime. Dodge City, this is the big one, Shay. Dodge City over Colby with 5:30 to go in the second quarter, 29-6. Of course, Coffeyville leads Pratt 44-23. Let's see, with about a minute and a half to go in the second quarter, Fort Hays Tech is leading Barton 24-23. It's Cali and Garden City tied at 27. Just a couple minutes left in the second quarter. And it is Hutch over Butler, 21-17.
You want to play a little upset alert? Independence on top of Seward County on the road, 23-21, late first half out there. That would be a huge win for Coach Price and that Pirate team. Yeah, Seward County battling with Coffeyville for the top 5 in the conference. And if ICC can knock them off, that would help Tony Turner out a little bit. His former school doing him a favor here as we move into the gauntlet of the season, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, they aren't exactly in the normality of helping each other, but hey, why not? Why not help each other every now and then?
No doubt. Even if it's, unintentional helping,
right?
Any helping will do. We appreciate Hutchinson and Coffeyville, big rivals. Hutchinson helped us out on Saturday by beating the Cali boys. So,
absolutely.
We take it where we can get it.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Obviously, Chris, the Ravens have a road trip out to Seward County on Saturday. Also, we'll play Dodge City next week. But already looking ahead to next Saturday, could be the doubleheader of the year in the Jayhawk Conference. The top 4 teams on the men's side all playing each other that day. The Ravens travel to Barton to take on the Cougars. Cali hosting the Butler Grizzlies. That is going to be incredibly fun matchups on both the women's side and the men's side. The Cali girls, as we've seen, they can score and keep up with anybody. They almost beat Hutch the other night. Then, of course, on the boys' side, Cali and Butler at the top of the Jayhawk Conference. And Coffeyville and Barton. That's a rematch of the team that knocked the Ravens out of the playoffs a year ago.
Let's just say this. You're going to want to find a way to watch both games at the same time, have 2 radios, 2 streams, something, because those are going to be 2 exciting games to watch.
No question about it. Lady Ravens up big here at home back at Nellis Hall, and it feels so good. 44-23. This has been the Red Raven Halftime Show, presented by Solutions North Bank. Second half coming up next. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We've got Ravens and Pratt coming up next here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients, Windsor Place At-Home Care has supportive home care and all the resources to help make staying at home a reality. Find out more about what Windsor Place At-Home Care can do for you. Visit windsorplace.net.
Buying a home? Refinancing? Apply for a home loan anywhere with Solutions North Bank, formerly Community State Bank. Community State Bank online mortgage tool is easy to use. You can be approved in minutes. And Solutions North Bank lenders are always ready to answer any questions that you may have. Visit ourlocalbank.com on your computer or mobile device and get started today. Solutions North Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This holiday season, unwrap the gift of education with Coffeyville Community College. Enrollment for spring 2025 opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession courses beginning December 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our student success team at studentsuccess@coffeyville.edu.
It is truck season at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Drive away in a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 for 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance through GM Financing. Roman Chevrolet has a very large selection of pre-owned vehicles and new inventory arriving daily. Romans pays more for your trade-in, too. Shop the #1 dealership in Southeast Kansas or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Roman Chevrolet at 2313 Main in Independence. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Second half just about ready to get underway here at Nellis Hall. 44-23, Lady Ravens leading. I'm Shane Hill, Chris Freund alongside with me as well. Game one of our doubleheader, Chris. It's been said now for over an hour. We're hoping for, after Cowley, Cloud, and Butler 1-1 days, all three of those doubleheaders, a 2-0 night at Nellis Hall. Still 20 minutes to go in this one, but the Ravens off to a very good start in game one.
They sure are. That was a pretty complete first half from Coffeyville, and just looking to more of the same here in the third and fourth quarters. I don't know what I did to earn the wrath of McBride, but she threw trash at me earlier. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if I ticked her off or what.
I don't know if she got you confused for the garbage or what.
Yeah, I mean, I do kind of look like a can every now and then, but I don't know what that means.
We got a couple of Pratt basketball players, Chris, on the men's side over to our left, and they just kind of turned towards us with like a smirk on their face. And I choose to believe that that's the smirk that they had when they saw how big Rashid Kuda is for the first time.
Yeah. That's a good belief.
Because he's also down there, so. Oh, that's him. Yes, that's him. That one loose, and a jump ball, possession arrow to Pratt. Man, they don't want to give it up there, huh?
Don't.
This is wild. It's like when you see the two guys in the dugout or on the national anthem line do the staring contest before a baseball game.
Right.
Can't be the guy that moves.
Nope. First mover is the first loser.
Just underway, second half. Ravens 44, Beavers 23. Pratt basketball here. Johnson. Brock, guarded by Welch. Now 5 to shoot. This is Humphrey. Humphrey guarded by Highshaw. Going to have to put up a very tough shot. Humphrey in the lane. Floater, no. Offensive rebound taken by Humphrey. And Pratt gets a second chance. 3 there, off. And Erika Welch runs down the rebound. Up ahead, trying to get it to Highshaw. That pass a little high. Couple turnovers here for the Ravens to start the second half. Tony Turner reminding them there's been 2 turnovers already.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
Pratt basketball trying to get back within 20. And a fake there by Imankalova. Johnson on the take and lost it on the way up, and it will be a shot clock violation. Jefferson doesn't like that call. He thought there was still 1 on the shot clock, but he's not going to win that argument. He might have had a point there.
Might have, yeah.
I think there might have been still a second on that shot clock. But
yeah, a tick or 2.
Karras Washington has it now. Karras wanting to attack. Karras getting down low, up strong, no good. Was some contact, but these officials have made a theme of letting the teams play. And that one out of bounds, staying with Pratt. We're 2 minutes into the second half. Still no points yet here in the third quarter. Humphrey spinning, throwing it up, and a little strong on it. Got her own rebound. Had it taken away by Aubrey Highshaw. Highshaw the way, and a travel. .7:47 to go, third quarter. Slow start for both teams here in quarter number 3. That one taken away, though. Carly Parker coming the other way. Now we'll slow it down. Hallie Kitchen. Hallie hands off to Carly Parker. They're working around to Highshaw. Now Washington in the corner, guarded by Mermejo. Hallie Kitchen off a screen. Nice move to the baseline. Hallie had that pass deflected and off of Pratt. 5 on the shot clock. Very resemblant of the move Hallie made to score against Cali and kind of put that game away. That time elected to pass it, though. It will stay with Coffeyville, and that one up in the air, and Brock comes away with it. Brock all the way the other way, and a blocking foul. Free throws coming for Pratt. And we're going to see a fresh 5 come in for the Lady Ravens. Willis, Baker, Johnson, Parker, and Clarkson. 5 possessions, 5 turnovers for the starting 5, and Tony Turner's seen enough.
This is not the 5 for 5 that you like to see.
Free throws here for Brock. The second unit has been very good. We have not seen Camry Johnson tonight, Chris, but Alexis Parker, KK Willis, Aspen Clarkson, they've all been very strong in their minutes tonight. Pratt empty at the free throw line. We're 3 minutes into the second half. Still no points here in the third quarter. Ava Baker on the right wing. Ava will hand it off to Camry Johnson. Now Willis. Willis trying to get it down low. Another giveaway for the Ravens. That time Tony Turner, I think, wanted a foul call that he didn't get. Imankalova. Humphrey. Humphrey off an attack. Hands it off, and there's the first points of the third quarter. It's a layup for the freshman, Kalani Brock. Clarkson. Freshman Aspen Clarkson finds Ava Baker. Now Willis. Baker winding up for 3. Ava got it. Ava Baker from downtown. Ava reminding the Nellis Hall crowd she can still shoot it from beyond the arc. Might be the best on the roster at that.
No doubt.
Humphrey fakes at the free throw line. Now hands it off to Bermejo. Bermejo the drive. Tough shot. No good. Rebound Willis. Willis coming the other way. Ravens with numbers. Willis now slows it down. Finds Baker. 47-25 our score. Down low to Alexis Parker. Nice catch. Sophomore had it poked, able to get it out to Baker.
How'd she get that pass off?
Not sure if she knows how she got that pass off. Clarkson inside, got it. Second finish inside with the right hand for Aspen Clarkson tonight.
That was a nice floater in the lane, Shay.
She's done that same move twice tonight. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Ravens 49, Pratt 25, 5:25 to go, third quarter. Humphrey, deep jump shot, good. That is a 2-point basket for Pratt. Willis has really been thrust into that backup point guard role here for Tony Turner. Johnson fakes the three and shuffled the feet. Camry Johnson. As we'll see Stanford and Johnson checking back in. Excuse me, that's number 3. Michaela McClellan. McClellan is a freshman out of Wichita. 49-27. We're about to cross the halfway point here in the third quarter. Ava Baker with a 3. As well as a 2-point score for Clarkson. There's a 3 for Stanford. Willis, the driving kick. Baker tries again. Ava, a little short on that one. 49-30. Pratt obviously not out of this game. One run away from making it interesting as we go to the fourth. Ravens have had some struggles here in this third quarter. Have not been able to really put this one out of reach. Stanford with 8 to shoot. Tough take and a tough finish. Tiriana Stanford. 49-32. Pratt on a 7-0 run. Willis tries again. KK Willis not that time. Clarkson an offensive rebound. Aspen dribbled it off her foot. Willis able to track it down. Finding Camry Johnson. Winds up for 3. Got it! Camry Johnson from downtown. Baker and Johnson have each knocked down a triple. And the Raven bench continues to give big minutes tonight. It's one of Camry Johnson's big skills that got her to transfer to Coffeyville, Chris. Down the stretch this season, Tony Turner's going to need her to hit some big shots. She had some big ones against Cali. She's going to need to hit some big ones as we go on throughout the season.
She's definitely got ice in her veins to be able to hit that kind of a shot.
Johnson hands off to Baker. Down low, Alexis Parker. Nice find by Ava, and Parker able to score. Raven lead back up to 22. Alexis Parker inside. Good minutes from Ava Baker tonight.
Absolutely.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Coffeyville. Media timeout. We'll see Cameron Etchison check back in here as we go to 3:08, third quarter. Ravens 54, Pratt 32. Big 3 from Camry Johnson. Big 3 from Ava Baker. Ravens up big. We're back in 60 seconds.
Carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Taco Mayo's new Filet Olé Steak Bowl is piled high with filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
A heaping bowl loaded with refried beans, Mexicali rice, cheddar jack, sour cream, and tender filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Savor the juicy Filet Olé Steak Bowl stacked with filet mignon and only from Taco Mayo.
That's a wrap.
No, that's a bowl.
54-32, Ravens lead it over Pratt. Shane Hill, Chris Freund alongside with you as we see Camden Etchison checking in for Camry Johnson. Johnson and Baker each hit big 3s. Alexis Parker scored inside as well. That'll be a reach-in foul against Lena Yulee. We've only had to have had, what, 5 or 6 fouls called today?
Yep, that's it, 5.
That shot in the lane, no good by Stanford. Rebound pulled down by Yulee. Cam Etchison in trouble, finds Yulee. Now Clarkson has it. The Ravens do cross half court. Baker finding Yulee. Yulee extra pass. And now the Ravens can kind of slow down. Etchison tried to hit Yulee. That one's still loose, and it's Raven basketball. .242 left and 14 on the shot clock here in this third quarter. Yulee turning, looking for a pass. Clarkson the fake. Clarkson wants to attack. Clarkson inside, finding Ava Baker. It spun out. It was a great find by Clarkson. It would not spin home. Imankalova, extra pass. Corner 3 for Pratt. No good. Rebound tracked down by Cam Etchison. Etchison tripped and a foul. That'll be on the freshman McClellan. I know that floor one hurt.
Oh, yeah. I'm just glad I don't think she hit any part of her face on the floor.
No, I think it was knees, but that's still not fun.
Yeah.
Etchison has it now. Spinning. Of course, Cam from nearby Independence High School hands off to Willis. Willis will step into a triple. A little strong on that one. Ava Baker offensive rebound. Etchison the fake. Extra pass. Willis will try again. And that one's short, and a foul against the Ravens down low. That'll be on Ava Baker. Ava kind of laughing it off as she comes back the other way. Might have had more fouls called in this third quarter with 4 than we did the entire first half.
Yep, you're right. We have. Hopefully it's not the tale of 2 halves.
Just don't call like 15 in the fourth, please.
Right.
Stanford. Imankalova. Pratt still down 22. There's a nice cut. No good by Brock. Got her own rebound. Now McClellan trying to drive and kick and threw it away. Nice hands by the fan in the front row.
Yeah, that was nice, yeah.
That was coming in hot, and he snagged it. Nice
Good reflexes.
Well, he had two young ladies behind her, so I had to play a little bit of superhero there. Did a great job.
What if he has the Superman shirt underneath the hoodie?
Sure he does. Aspen Clarkson. Cutting is Ava Baker. Great feed, and Ava finishes at the cup.
That's been very successful for Coffeyville tonight. Nice passes to a cutting player to get the bucket.
Ravens nearing 20 assists on the evening. Anytime you can get anywhere near 20 assists, usually a pretty good night for your offense. Stanford. Imankalova a 3. That one strong. Rebound tracked down by Aspen Clarkson. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Ravens by 24. Etchison finding Baker. Baker feeling it, sending it. Ava, not that time. Clarkson tracks down a rebound. Ravens regroup. 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Ravens doing much better on the glass here in this third quarter. Baker down low to Yulee. Lena Yulee spinning, not that time. A little strong. About 3 seconds between shot clock and game clock now for Pratt. That one was poked. It's on the ground, loose. Etchison had it for a moment, and now it's still loose. And it's going to be an over and back. So 20 seconds for Coffeyville. Ava Baker asking to be subbed out. Camry Johnson comes in. Ava's played really well tonight, I think.
Yeah, she sure has.
There's no such thing as a perfect player, Chris, but you fine-tune a few things about Ava Baker's game, and she's just an offensive piece that I think Tony Turner would love to have out there as much as he can down the stretch.
Yeah, no doubt.
7 seconds left. Etchison finds Clarkson. Got to go quick. Pass down low, tipped and stolen. Now 2 seconds. Etchison taps it. Yulee puts it up. It'd count, and it's no good. Nearly a really great play by Cam Etchison, but the shot would not drop. We go to the fourth, 56-32. Lady Ravens up big, trying to close out their 11th win of the year. Fourth quarter starts in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
If you drive to the moon and back, why not save a bundle right around the corner at Perky's Used Cars just south of Coffeyville? Like a 2012 Chevy Suburban, just $79.95. Or a sweet deal on a 2015 Malibu for only $59.95.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on a State Line Road. Perky'sUsedCars.com.
Peace of mind. That's what you get when you or a family member can stay in your home when health issues arise. Windsor Place At-Home Care makes staying at home possible. Whether it's a disability, aging, or illness, Windsor Place At-Home Care has the staff and resources to properly support you in the comfort and familiarity of your own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients, providing in-home support and care, Windsor Place At-Home Care is there for you. Find out more.
Lady Ravens lead at 56-32 as we start the fourth quarter of action. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. Lady Ravens jumped out to a 15-point lead after one and have held on to that lead of about 15-25 for most of the way. Camry Johnson now hands it off to Aspen Clarkson. Now KK Willis. Willis, 10 to shoot. Willis, nice move, got inside, couldn't quite finish. Pratt coming the other way, lost the basketball out of bounds off of the Ravens. So 25 seconds left. Pratt. Ball was deflected. He'll stay with the Beavers. Inbounds goes to Johnson. Kyra Johnson. That one tipped, stolen by Etchison. Now Cam coming the other way. Slows it down. Etchison guarded by Amankalova. Yulee working right. Camry Johnson finds Clarkson. Fakes the three. Aspen inside. Finding Yulee. Yulee will send it, and a little strong on that one. Johnson, nice crossover move, and finishes inside. LaKyra Johnson. Camry Johnson on the other end, a little strong on that one. We'll see Carly Parker move to the scorer's table along with Alexis Parker.
Parker and Parker.
Stanford. Pratt down 22, would need to go on a run here pretty quickly to have any chance. Imankalova. Stanford. That's the player you want with the basketball. If you're Pratt, she lays it in. 56-36 as Tiriana Stanford able to finish at the cup with the right hand. I don't think she's hurt.
Not anymore.
Johnson, handoff Yulee. Now Etchison. Willis. Willis step back. She wants to try another three, and that one a little strong. Up in the air. Johnson pulls it down. No. Clarkson, a third try, out of bounds off of the Ravens. Tony wants to have the refs talk about it. They have a word. Will they change the call? They will. Red Raven ball. So we're going to put 19 on the shot clock as it stayed with the Ravens. 8:02 to go. Hallie Kitchen looking to inbound it. Ravens starting five back out there. Washington finding Kitchen again. Under 8 to go. Ravens up 20. Karis Washington. Coffeyville trying to make plays to close out their opponent. Highshaw spinning, and it's spun out. And that'll be an over the back against Alexis Parker. Tony Turner's been very intense tonight, Chris, and this is usually about the time of the season where he goes from kind of I'm sure he's still thinking game to game, one game at a time, but this is kind of when he starts to think more big picture. And he's thinking about not just winning this game tonight, he's thinking about the things we got to do to beat Dodge City, to beat Butler, to beat Hutchinson. And there's things that the Ravens have done tonight that is not good enough for those top teams in the league.
Yeah, you're right, Shay. There's just been a couple of stretches, including a lot in that third quarter, where not much was happening either offensively or defensively for Coffeyville.
The Ravens only put up 12 points in that third quarter after 27 in the first and 17 in the second. Karis Washington trying to find a pass, finds Alexis Parker. 5 to shoot here for the Ravens. Got to get something up. Highshaw lost it on the way up and a turnover. That one deflected on the other end, but Pratt able to keep it alive. Johnson sends a 3 on the wing, and that one off. Rebound Washington. Up ahead to Hallie Kitchen. Hallie slows it down on the left wing, backs it out. Carly Parker has it now, 6:37 to go. 56-36, Ravens lead. Carly. 12 to shoot now. Karis has it on the left wing. Screen comes from Alexis Parker. Karis inside, floater, and tough finish. Karis Washington. Karis might be the only player on either team in this game that could finish that shot in traffic.
Yeah, no doubt.
That'll be a travel against the Beavers. 6:13 to go. Kalani Brock back in for Pratt. Also into the game for the Beavers, number 0, Analia Lorera. Analia Lorera. Carly working right, handoff Karis. 12 to shoot again for Coffeyville. Hallie Kitchen through her hands. Not usually a good sign when Tony Turner is the recipient of the pass.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
McClellan hands it off to Stanford. It's a 22-point lead for the Ravens, 5.5 to go, but obviously the Ravens looking to find a groove and finish this game with some momentum to take into Seward County on Saturday. Highshaw got a hand on it, able to keep it alive, but threw it away. And an easy layup for Pratt. That's McClellan with the finish. Karis Washington stepping into a jump shot. Karis missed it. Rebound Highshaw, battling for it down low. A lot of contact, and out of bounds, last touch by Pratt. Monkalova in for Pratt, as is Humphrey. In for the Ravens, Narika Welch. Washington off the inbounds, left it short, might have been partially blocked. Carly Parker jumps that pass, takes it away in transition. Parker fouled on the way up with 4:51 to play. That'll be on Johnson. Final media timeout of game one. Ravens up 20. Carly Parker going to the free throw line. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
For our friends and neighbors, we are your regional healthcare system, caring for Southeast Kansas and Northeast Oklahoma. With comprehensive technology and experienced medical staff, caring medical professionals, and a 24-hour emergency room staffed with emergency medicine physicians, we are people you know and healthcare you trust. For more information, visit our website, crmcinc.org.
I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. Imperial has already started investing into what was Stevens Vending by bringing in new walk-in coolers, walk-in freezers, new truck dock, and putting out 250 brand new vending machines. They're going to also invest another $1 million into this area with all brand new route trucks. True commitment to the community, and it's created in this location. It's created 3 new jobs. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
Ravens up 20, 4:51 to go. Game 1 of our doubleheader here at Nellis Hall. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. And it will be Carly Parker at the free throw line. Carly on the season, a 70% free throw shooter. First free throws of the game here for Coffeyville. First one up and good.
It's amazing with 4:51 in the game.
Carly goes 1 out of 2. Highshaw, pardon me, that's Washington able to pull down the rebound. 59-38, 4:40 to play. Humphrey spinning, looking for a pass. Imankalova now to Brock. Back to Imankalova, fakes the 3, picked up by Kitchen, 8 to shoot. Humphrey sends a 3, left it short. Offensive rebound, Johnson, guarded by Washington, throws it up, Wild, no good. Johnson got the rebound again, and a foul. .4:15 to go. Free throws coming for LaKyra Johnson. She is a 63% free throw shooter. We expected the Hutchinson-Butler games on both sides to be very good ones tonight, and so far on the ladies' side it has delivered. Tied at 30 late third quarter. Free throws for Johnson, 1 out of 2. Offensive rebound tracked down. 3, Imankalova, it's good. 59-42 as we go under 4 to play. Welch. And a reach-in foul against Johnson. Under 4 to go. It'll be an inbounds play here for the Red Ravens. Karras finding Carly Parker. Now Hallie Kitchen. On the left wing, guarded by the freshman Johnson. Hallie. Screen comes from Washington. 10 to shoot here for the Ravens. Carly Parker finding Kitchen. Kitchen to Karras. Karras stepping into a mid-range jump shot and got it. Karras Washington knocks it down. A shot the Ravens needed in a big way. They're up 19, 3.5 to play.
That seems to be Karras Washington's wheelhouse right there. Her bread and butter shot, if you will.
3:22 to go now. Johnson behind the back. Had it poked. It's loose. Johnson able to keep it alive. Almost ripped away again. Imankalova tracking it down in the corner. Pratt in a lot of trouble. 6 to shoot. Pass cross court. Got to get a shot up. Johnson does with 2 on the clock and left it short. Rebound Karras. 3 minutes to play. Ravens up 61-42. Looking like they're going to close out their 11th win of the season. Karras. Hand off to Carly. Carly. Finding Alexis. Parker hands off Kitchen. Back to Welch. Welch winding up. Got it. Another 3 for Noriko Welch. And that one may be the official dagger in the Pratt Beavers. 64-42 with 2.5 to play. Imankalova. Inside. Humphrey missed the shot. Rebound collected by Hallie Kitchen. That one deflected. It will stay with the Red Ravens. 2:21 to go. We see Willis and Highshaw check in. Alexis Parker done, as is Hallie Kitchen. 2:12 to play. Carly gets a screen from Karras. Swings it left to Narika Welch. Willis. 2 minutes to play. 7 to shoot. Willis inside. Tough finish. 7 off the bench for Kaylin Willis.
Nice drive and a finish right there.
And feeling good late for the Ravens. Like 7 points at the end of this one to maybe feel a little better about how the second half went. Humphrey kicking to Imankalova. Deep three. Off. Rebound Carly Parker. Carly pushing up ahead. Inside. That one's still loose and no foul call. It's a turnover. Karras Washington, a little slow getting up. Seems like she's okay. 90 seconds on the clock. Now Aspen Clarkson comes in. As does Cam Etchison. So Karras done, as is Carly Parker. Minute 20 to go. It's Stanford with it for Pratt, working right, guarded by Highshaw. Down low, gets it to Humphrey. Humphrey goes up, lays it in. Micaiah Humphrey with the score inside. Welch up ahead to Etchison. They slow it down. We're going to go under a minute to go. Ravens 66, Pratt 44. Overall, a very nice bounce-back performance for the Ravens. Willis, nice find to Highshaw. Kaylin Willis has been great off the bench tonight. Would not be surprised if we get her as the US 98 player of the game, Chris.
No, just a complete game from her.
3 here, up and off. That was Paisley Smith. And now in for Pratt, number 23, Anna Dwyer. .30 seconds left. Could be the final possession for the Red Raven offense. Etchison on the right wing. Cutting Aspen Clarkson. Backing down, trying to kick. Finds Etchison. Cam back to Clarkson, and it's 70 for the Red Ravens. 11 points scored late for Coffeyville to get to a clean 70 on the night. They lead it by 26. Stanford has it taken away by Highshaw. Aubrey slows it down. Hands off to Welch. Now Etchison winds up for 3 and missed it. Offensive rebound, Highshaw, no. Pratt pulls it down, and that should do it. 1 second left. Johnson throws one up and missed it. Final score in this one, Ravens 70, Pratt 44. Coffeyville gets their 11th win of the year and their 6th in Jayhawk Conference play. The Ravens bounce back with a big-time performance here at home. We'll break it down when we come back. Ravens 11-3 on the year. We'll hear from one of the coaches and our US 98 player of the game. We'll also go over final stats. The Red Raven postgame show starts in 3 minutes on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
At Solutions North Bank, formerly Community State Bank, we offer a variety of accounts to fit a variety of lifestyles and needs. Call Solutions North Bank at 620-251-1313 or stop by our Coffeyville location at 1414 West 11th Street and speak to a new accounts representative today. It's the SNB way. Solutions North Bank, member FDIC.
This holiday season, unwrap the gift of education with Coffeyville Community College. Enrollment for spring 2025 opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession courses beginning December 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our student success team at studentsuccess@coffeyville.edu.
It is truck season at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Drive away in a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 for 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance through GM Financing. Roman Chevrolet has a very large selection of pre-owned vehicles and new inventory arriving daily. Romans pays more for your trade-in, too. Shop the #1 dealership in Southeast Kansas or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Roman Chevrolet at 2313 Main in Independence. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
It's time for the Red Raven postgame show on US 98. Voice of the Red Ravens, Shay Neal, will go over final game stats as well as immediate coach interviews with Tony Turner, Jay Herkelman, and their staff. We will also be joined by the US 98 Player of the Game for a postgame interview. The Red Ravens postgame show is an exclusive production of KUSN Radio Sports.
Ravens roll 70-44, the final in game one of our doubleheader. Shay Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. It's the Red Raven postgame show here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Chris, we are, you got to love our industry, our profession. They always catch you off guard with surprises. We now have an extra 10 minutes to fill before the start of the boys' game.
Surprise.
25 minutes instead of 15. Who saw that coming? I didn't.
Nope, I didn't either, but if there's anybody that can talk, it's us.
The show must go on.
Yep, it will.
Absolutely. Pratt and Coffeyville both making their way onto the field. Of course, we'll hear from Coach. We'll also hear from one of the players from the ladies' game here in just a few minutes. Working on getting final stats here. Dirk Andrews bringing me the final stat sheet. Hero of the people right there. Thank you very much. All right. So assistant turnovers might not be perfect according to Dirk Andrews, but at least we know final points are good. So there you go. Appreciate Dirk going to do that. I can't really just get up in the middle of us talking and go get that. So.
No, that would be difficult.
Dirk's a hero for that.
You're kind of bound by a cord, if you will.
Well, let's look at final stats here in this one. We'll also get you some scores from around the conference as we get ready for game number 2 of our doubleheader. Leading the way for, Pratt shot the game for the game 32% from the field, 18% from 3, and 86% at the line. Lady Ravens, very nice shooting splits on the day. They end up shooting 46% from the floor as well as 41% from 3, 9 of 22. It's a really rock-solid number, Chris, for this team. And you'd love to see 40% consistently, but even being consistently in the 30% is big for this team.
It really is, and there were even some inconsistencies as far as the third quarter goes. So to hear those numbers for the game, that's good news.
Leading the way for Pratt in this one, 14 for Tiriana Stanford, as well as 10 for LaKyra Johnson. Ravens hold Pratt's leading scorer. Chris, I've talked about this numerous times this year. The Ravens do a really good job against other teams' best players. They did a good job on Keegan York on Saturday in El Dorado. They hold LaKyra Johnson to 3 of 16 shooting. She got her 10 points, Chris, but they really made her earn it.
No doubt. When you're having to go to the line to earn the points and just struggle, I wouldn't say struggle, but yeah, she definitely worked for those points. So, good job at Coffeyville for shutting her down. 6
points as well for Micaiah Humphrey, 4 for Michaela McClellan off the bench, and 4 for Kalani Brock as well. For the Red Ravens tonight, 20 for Narika Welch, 10 for Karis Washington, as well as 9 for KK Willis, who we will talk to here in just a moment. Ravens end up, like I said, shooting 46% from the floor and 41% from 3. Well, we have an extra 10 minutes to fill, so let's take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, We'll hear from Assistant Coach Zariah Songo. We'll also hear from KK Willis as we get ready for Game 2. Don't go anywhere. We're back in 3 minutes here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The Filet Ole Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet Ole Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
Sure, you may be able to find a vehicle for a couple of bucks less. If you drive to the moon and back, why not save a bundle right around the corner at Perky's Used Cars just south of Coffeyville? Like a 2012 Chevy Suburban, just $79.95. Or a sweet deal on a 2015 Malibu for only $59.95.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on State Line Road. Perky'sUsedCars.com.
A family member with a health issue doesn't mean they have to leave their home. Windsor Place at-home care can help them stay in the familiar and comfortable surroundings of their own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients, Windsor Place at-home care has supportive home care and all the resources to help make staying at home a reality. Find out more about what Windsor Place at-home care can do for you. Visit windsorplace.net.
At CRMC Medical Group, our primary care physicians and providers focus on ways to keep you and your family in good health, as well as care for them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General.
He scored in the third quarter.
Oh, wow. Well, you know.
Include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at medical lodges.
You are always in a safe, caring, and loving home at Medical Lodge. US 98 KUSN, Deering, Coffeyville.
Lady Ravens with their 11th win of the season. They get a 70-44 win over the Pratt Beavers. Shane Hill, Chris Freund now joined by assistant coach Zariah Songo. Coach, thanks so much for being here, and congrats on the win. Great way to obviously shake off Saturday, getting back in front of the home fans, getting off to a great start, and getting a win.
Thank you for having me. I think that it's always hard coming off a Christmas break trying to get a road win, but I feel like we did a good job of dusting it off and turning it around and handling our business tonight.
Coach, I think what really stood out to me in this one, obviously Narika had 20, which is great, but I think there was just a lot. You saw a great game from your second unit in terms of scoring the basketball. We saw 6 from Aspen Clarkson, 9 from Kaylin Willis, who we're going to talk to in just a moment. Also, off the bench, a big 3 from Ava Baker, a big 3 from Camry Johnson, some scores from Alexis, some scores from Hallie Kitchen as well. I mean, it just felt like a really complete offensive performance, where at times this year it feels like this offense has been carried by 2-3 players. Tonight felt like a really good team effort.
Yeah, I think that over the break we've really been working on some things, and everybody's been putting in work and getting better, and I've always felt like since the beginning of the year that there was no individual person that we needed to count on, and that everybody had the capability. And so I feel like tonight really showcased that, and it's just a small piece of what I feel like everybody on our bench has the capabilities to do, is to show up when one person can't, the next person can.
Coach, another strong day for your defense, forcing 11 steals, 3 block shots as well. Feels like when this team's really playing at their best, a lot of the offense comes off of those turnovers forced and in the transition game. But good to see, obviously, something Coach Turner always says is defense needs to travel even when offense doesn't.
Right.
Feels like this team's still playing defense at a very high level.
Yeah, I think that defense definitely always feeds offense, and I think that defensively when we lock in on our game plan and we knew that this was a heavy driving team, that we needed to kind of push them out, which why we started off going under the screens, and the girls really locked in on that, and it really fed our offense in the first half. And yeah, I feel like they did a good job sticking to the game plan.
Coach, in her last 2 games in this building, Narika's put up a combined 47 points. Had 20 tonight on 8 of 12 shooting. Just talk about what a type of player like her brings to this program, where she's a great defender, but she's a player that you really can count on a night-to-night basis. And she's shown what she can do scoring the basketball on nights where maybe your team's struggling to get going a little bit. Couple threes from Narika Welch, and all of a sudden it can open up everything.
I feel like Narika definitely has the ability to impact the game on both ends of the court, especially not just on offense. Whenever she's not necessarily warm or hitting those, she has the IQ to see open teammates and make those plays and get other people open. And tonight just happened to be a night where she stepped up on both ends, as well as, whenever she's feeling it and she's hot, she's all the way hot. So we're glad that she was able to show up like that tonight. It definitely helped us.
Coach Kaylin Willis with 9 points tonight on 4 of 8 shooting. As the year's gone on, she's gotten more and more playing time, and she's gotten more and more confidence. You can see it in the way she plays out there now. What has been the thing you see behind the scenes about her growth from November 1st to tonight with having 9 points?
I think whenever you're a freshman, you're always just trying to find your footing and your style of play in college basketball. And I feel like as the years went on and you get more reps, more game time, and you just get more comfortable and confidence, I feel like confidence is key. And I feel like she's always had the capability, and now the confidence is coming into play, and we're getting to see it.
Coach, last thing I have for you, appreciate your time. Obviously, get to celebrate tonight, but a big matchup coming up with Seward County this weekend. Big matchup in the landscape of the conference. Teams fighting for that 4-5 spot, obviously wanting to host a playoff game in the quarterfinals. Right now, Seward and Coffeyville tied in the conference standings. So what early on is going to be the key to going out to Liberal, beating a very quality Seward basketball team?
I think staying disciplined. I feel like as long as we play our game and we stick to our keys and we're disciplined and do all the small things and stick to the details, that we can put away anybody.
Let's take a quick 60-second timeout. Great stuff from assistant coach Zariah Songo. Coach, thanks so much again.
Thank you.
We'll have Kaylin Willis joining us here as our US 98 player of the game in 60 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Is now Solutions North Bank, the same community bank you've come to know and enjoy. With the merger, is now bigger, and there's even more to love. Solutions North Bank will be able to offer more banking products and services to fit your individual needs. Stop by and say hello, and check out SMB's options at the newest Solutions North Bank location in Coffeyville, formerly Community State Bank. Come experience the SMB way. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This holiday season, unwrap the gift of education with Coffeyville Community College. Enrollment for spring 2025 opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession courses beginning December 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our student success team at studentsuccess@coffeyville.edu.
Lady Ravens win at home 70-44 over the Pratt Beavers. I'm Shane Neal. Chris Freund alongside with me, now joined by our US 98 player of the game, KK Willis. KK, thanks so much for the time. 9 points tonight. And as we talked about with Coach Songo, your minutes have gone up as the year's gone on. You've kind of carved yourself out a role in this rotation. What have you been working on in practice on a day-to-day basis to be ready for this opportunity and have a night like you had tonight?
In practice, I've been working on building up my confidence to get more playing time. Yeah, that's basically it.
Great stuff. And obviously 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting, a very efficient night as well. Obviously, a lot of players on this team have great relationships with Coach Turner. What's your relationship like with him, and how has that grown from the first summer practices to now?
Yeah, when I first came here, I didn't talk as much. I'm a really quiet girl. So yeah, being here, I've grown my relationship by talking to him more.
Absolutely, and obviously this team right in the thick of it, 11-3, fighting for trying to host a home playoff game here at Nellis Hall. But what did you see from the team as a whole tonight, and how do you take that momentum into a big matchup with Seward County this weekend?
This week we really worked on being one, and yeah, we're just working on the little things to become a better team. And I believe we're going to do good next year.
Completely agree. KK Willis, 9 points tonight, our US 98 player of the game, good enough to join us here after the game. KK, thanks so much. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We got guys game coming up next. Let's take a 4-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have lineups and tip-off from Nellis Hall after this 4-minute break here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Oh, you got the starters now.